us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcast of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Got your black.
Follow the leader.
Oh my God.
Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
Hey Zoe, I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
Hi, I'm Susan Winter for SusanWinter.net. You know, dating can be incredibly discouraging, especially nowadays. I have so many clients that are either trying to get back with an ex or improve their dating life, and they're coming to me with their problems. They've got one problem after the next. This one fell by the wayside. This one evaporated. This one, I don't know, they won't call me back. That one's going hot and cold. And the more I listen to this, the more I'm thinking, what is going on? And if you think you know relationships, just get into coaching, because man, is that a learning curve in finding out the real information. I am convinced now that most of the people that come to me with dating problems really don't have a problem. Their problem is that they are fishing in the wrong pond. And what I mean by that, if you are having trouble dating and you can't get anywhere with these partners, your first impulse is to ask your friends, this, and this happened, what do I do? And you know what your friends are going to say, male or female, it's the same response. Well, you did that wrong, you should have done this. Case in point, years ago I was dating a guy coming on to me full force, and he evaporated, absolutely evaporated, and I knew he was into me. I made the mistake of asking my friend what she thought. And she said, oh, well, that's clear. I mean, you slept with him. And I said, I didn't sleep with him. Silence. And she said, oh, well, it's because you didn't sleep with him. But what happens sociologically, and you know if you think about this with your friends and anything you hear, if something goes wrong and they don't step up, you're at fault. It's your mismanagement of dating. You're doing something wrong. Here is the truth. You could be looking in a distorted mirror. Do you realize how many people out in the world today that are dating have no idea how to do a relationship. They have no idea about the protocol. They have no idea what they want. They've never been in a long-term, committed, sustainable relationship. They've got zero skill set. So when you meet these people and they have bizarre behavior and you start questioning what's wrong with me, I know what you need to do. You need to fish in a better pond. Half the time, it isn't you. It's the people you're exposing yourself to. And you know what? If you date enough people like this, you will come away convinced there's something wrong with you or that it's impossible.
I don't know. I don't know. I can't say that I totally agree with the young lady. The pool you're in, the dating pool that you have access, that's just another way to blame the pool. You say, oh, it's location, location, location. I guess if I go to a different pool, I'll get different type of fish. No, in relationships, you get who you are. So it doesn't matter where the watering hole is, you're going to be there. I'm sorry. You know, tonight's topic, though, this is one of them head scratchers. Absence makes the heart overvalue. I want you to listen to me. Listen. Does absence cause the heart to overvalue? What does that mean, Zoe? Well, you've heard of absence making the heart grow fonder, but for SLDs, self-love deficient, i.e. codependent people, absence might make the heart overvalue their partner, their contributions, and their abilities, right? SLDs, or self-love deficient, as Ross Rosenberg describes them, tend to have a poor self-concept. They rely on their partners for validation and codependency. They cling to their partners in regard to their emotional needs. This can result in the SLD being abandoned, which further destroys their self-esteem and self-worth. To avoid abandonment, the SLD may employ manipulation tactics, people please, or begin fawning over their partner, which develops into overvaluation. Have you ever seen your partner and what they do for you and what they bring to you as more valuable than you? You say absence makes the heart overvalue. But absence of what? A sense of self. What is the sense of self rooted in? Self-esteem, self-worth, self-approval, self-acknowledgement. Remember, we said all of this stuff that we tend to seek from our partners are usually things we didn't get in childhood, right? We have these attachment wounds, right? You know, and then the wounds write the relationship expectation. You see? So would it stand to reason that because you lack these things internally, that they could cause you to overvalue your partner? What does it mean to overvalue someone? Overvalue, overestimate, the importance of. How does the absence of self-love result in the overestimation of a partner's ability in an intimate relationship? How can the restoration of self-awareness, self-approval, self-esteem, self-worth, self-love, right, and self-concepts help us avoid the overestimation of another? I'm quite interested to know if you've ever dealt with someone that you just thought, oh my God, this is too good to be true. I don't deserve you. Oh my goodness, what did I do for God to give me you? And I used to say that about certain people, right? What connections can be drawn between codependency and misplaced value within your significant other? 1-800-920-1580. I want to hear from you. What causes self-love deficient, i.e. codependent folk, to overvalue their partners in intimate relationship? And how is overvaluation connected to CPTSD and the lack of a self-concept? True or false? Codependents undervalue themselves in the hopes of achieving perceived high-value supply. That supply is often earned through various tactics such as fawning and people-pleasing. Oh my goodness, these questions. How does the absence or presence of self-love warp your perception of your partner's weaknesses and or strengths? If you lack self-love, will you give your partner a pass on their weakness, on your perceived weakness within them? I don't want to upset him. I ain't gonna talk about it, or I ain't gonna bring this up because I don't want her to leave. This is interesting. I want to know what you guys think. Have you ever devalued yourself in favor of overvaluing your partner? Has it ever happened? Would you be honest tonight? The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. Listen, this weekend, my relationship masterclass is up and cracking. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it. Sign up today. Sign up right now. Zoe Williams, the voice of reason, live on KBLA, Talk 1580. This is where we have these types of conversations, but I got something special for the weekend. If you want to sign up to my masterclass, do it right now. The website is onestream.tv/the relationship ER. Why the ER? Because most of our relationships are in the emergency room. That's OneStream, the number one, OneStream, right? .tv/the relationship ER. You don't want to miss it. It's a 2-day event. It starts at 12 noon on both days. It's going to be amazing. Saturday and Sunday, the 3rd and 4th. You can't miss it. Zoe Williams, the voice of reason, is going to be on fire. Now, you already know this is a non-judgmental space. I've broken down the topic to the degree that I would like to in this segment, but I want you guys to call in and share your experience. I really want to know. Share your experience. Have you been devalued by a partner? Have you overvalued a partner? Have you devalued yourself in a relationship? Have you overvalued yourself in a relationship? When we come forward, the voice of reason go, keep this fire cooking. Let's get it.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Tavis is like George and Wheezy. He's moving on up. Last year, Tavis was number 45 on the Talkers Magazine list of the 100 most important radio talk show hosts in America. Wait for it. Wait for it. The 2024 list was recently released, and Tavis has jumped to number 33 on the list of the nation's most important talkers, making him the highest-ranked African-American on the coveted roster. Congratulations to Tavis Smiley from all of us at KBLA Talk 1580. We've got you black.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Stay Housed LA has the resources you need to know your rights and the legal support to back them up. The COVID-19 pandemic has cost people their jobs and livelihoods. This has left an estimated 1/3 of households not being able to make rent and facing losing their homes. This is a fear no one in our community should have to face. You have rights, though, and Stay Housed LA is here to help. Stay Housed LA is a partnership between the County of Los Angeles, the City of Los Angeles, and local community and legal service providers. Together, they provide tenants with the information and support needed to exercise their rights so they can remain safely in their homes. Find out more about your rights by participating in a virtual tenant workshop. Get the legal assistance you need. Find additional resources in Los Angeles County and the City of Los Angeles. Stay connected to Stay Housed LA County for updates. This and more at stayhousedla.org. Stay connected to Stay Housed LA for updates. This and more at stayhousedla.org. That's stayhousedla.org. Or call their hotline at 213-694-0040. We've got your black with a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
So I was in a coffee shop the other day and someone comes over and says, Matthew, at my table is a huge fan of yours. She's got your programs. Will you please come over and say hi? So I come over to their table, I say hi, and this person says, thank you so much. And I got your attraction to commitment program and it absolutely works. What you do works. She said, but if I'm honest, I'm actually a little mad at you. And I said, why are you mad? She said, because I feel like I spent so much time trying to bring my best, trying to be my most attractive self to this person, that I feel like I kind of lost myself and just ended up giving too much to the relationship. When I heard that, at first I was confused because I spend so much of this program that she was referring to saying things like this.
Remaining a challenge is about maintaining the other important parts of your life. And I want you to think about what those things are, those things that make you, you. They're very, very important because when someone meets you, that's the shit that they get attracted to in the first place, is the rounded, multi-dimensional person that you are.
But I understand. There is a kind of selective hearing that happens when we really like someone, when we're really into someone. Our mind goes to, how do I keep them?
Lord have mercy. Do people still do what he described? Do people really like what makes a person? Or do they like what that person can do for them? Which is more? Which do you value more? Do you value what a person can do for you more than you value the person? I'm just asking. Because this self-love deficient thing is big, i.e. codependency. It's big. Individuals that are classified according to Rosenberg, right, as self-love deficient or SLDs or codependents are confronted with this phenomena of overvaluation, right? This concept, rooted in the lack of self-love and self-esteem, propels individuals to overestimate the importance and value of their partners, often leading to unhealthy dynamics and codependency. To begin unraveling this intricate, web or mess of emotions and behaviors, we turn to the teachings of the great Eckhart Tolle. Tolle's insight on the ego and the pain body shed light on the emotional reactions of self-love deficient folk in relationships. By understanding how the ego operates and how the pain body can be triggered, individuals can begin to recognize and address their reactive tendencies, ultimately paving the way for healing and growth. But here's the thing on that. People don't understand that is what the purpose of relationship is for, is to be triggered. People don't get into a relationship to be triggered. They get in a relationship to avoid that. I told you, for many people, relationship is the escape room. This is how I lock myself away. No, this is how you lock yourself into the work. Now, you got the work inverted. You think the person, the external, the one that you overvalued, they're supposed to do the heavy lifting so your wounds get to stay in charge. But that's not how relationships work, right? This is heavy stuff tonight. We got a caller on the line. He doesn't want to go first, but I want him to go first. Leroy, get in here.
You dirty dog. You dirty dog.
He shouldn't have gave me no instructions, Leroy.
I know, right? Is that how that goes?
If you wouldn't have gave no
instructions. I see you really miss me. I see you overvalue me because you miss me. Is that what's going on?
That's what it is.
Well, this is the campaign season, right? Mm-hmm. And I had a dream that 99 million black women crossed the globe. Woke up loving their divine black self and knowing they was enough just as they are.
Yes.
Now, I don't know if absence makes the heart overvalue. Hell yeah, it does. Mm-hmm. But I do know that familiarity breeds contempt. Mm-hmm. And then if you play with the puppies, they lick you in the face.
Ooh.
That too much of a good thing will make you sick. Mm-hmm. And I love you more when I miss you.
Come on. If you don't give me that old school wisdom, I'm listening, man. Come on.
But what's on my heart, I must say this now, because we're in a political season.
Yes, sir.
And when you start talking about self-love deficient.
Ooh, my.
See, first, the thing that triggered me, that got me to even want to call you today, was when you talked about the first title, Absence Making the Heart Overvalued.
Yes.
Right? All right? Mm-hmm. And we know that that's definitely some truth to that. Because we take partners back that we got rid of for good reason.
My.
Then we forget the reason, and then when we get back with them, we remember why we got rid of them.
Come on, wisdom. I love it.
But what's on my heart is, in the political season, Professor Amos Wilson, when he talks about how certain type of behaviors that could be considered negative, bad, or destructive in a large population of people, that if you study them, you can also learn how to breed and condition and program those behaviors into a people. And what does it mean when you breed, condition, and program a people to hate themselves and love their oppressor? What happens when you program a people, condition a people, breed a people to be self-love deficient, and their leadership never moves with a plan collectively to move from dependence to interdependence to independence?
Come on.
I'm talking about Beauty and the Beast, when the beauty is waiting for the beast to come home so she could have somebody to talk to.
Yes, sir.
I'm talking about Stockholm Syndrome when the people who captured you end up turning you into the very same thing.
My.
All right. I'm talking about Willie Lynch isms. Even if you can prove that the letter is false and the person didn't exist, can you deal with the isms? Have you deactivated your Willie Lynch chip today?
Come on, the isms, my brother. I feel something. I feel something moving. The spirit is moving.
And all of us got the isms. I mean, the ethnic notions isms, the question of color isms, the happy to be nappy or is it bad hair isms. 400 years without a comb isms. The 500 years later isms. I'm saying, I know this ain't quite the topic. I know this ain't the subject. I know you try to stay away from politics on this show. But what does it mean to be self-love deficient, not only as an individual, but as a community of people who have never learned to look in the mirror and love their divine black self just as they are and teach it to their babies?
My. And guess what? You on topic. Don't think you off topic. You're on topic. This is why we put the emotional burden on the external partner, because none of what you said has been reconciled internally. So now we look to the partner, whoever the partner is. Disney told us they had to be a prince. They told us they had to be a princess. Disney said they had to be perfect. Disney said they was going to come in with the proverbial intimate broom and sweep us off our feet. Disney said that, man. You're not off topic. You're right in alignment with the truth of what needs to be said now.
Now, what do I do if my savior is, I don't know, toupee head, golden, blue-eyed, 6'3", questionable weight, loves diet Pepsi, or is it Mountain Dew, or is it Dr. Pepper? I'm not sure. And what if my savior is a old man who ages on stage, and then he just decides to trip, slip, and fall out and get somebody else to come in who, I don't know if she's white adjacent, she's black adjacent, she kind of is, she kind of ain't. She had to do what she had to do in a pretzel formation to get to where she had to go. Now that she's here, she ain't Fannie Lou Hamer. Now that she's here.
Wait, stay with me. Don't leave. Don't you leave, Leroy. Leroy, you sit right there. When we come forward, Inglewood done kicked the door down the City of Champions.
Look at my face. You gotta know that I'm made of everything, love and pain. Like every woman I know.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. President Biden will reportedly give a primetime address to kick off the Democratic National Convention. Reports say the president's speech will focus on passing the torch to Vice President Kamala Harris. The convention is set to begin August 19th in Chicago. That's less than a month since Biden made the decision to drop out of the 2024 presidential race and endorse Harris. Democrats will begin the process of officially nominating the party's candidate for president with a virtual roll call on Thursday. The family of Sonia Massey and civil rights leaders are calling for justice in her case. Reverend Al Sharpton joined Massey's relatives as well as Attorney Ben Crump in Chicago to demand federal and state police reforms that would prevent officers from moving rapidly from one department to another. The group believes the reforms would have prevented Massey, who was black, from being shot and killed by former Sangamon County Deputy Sean Grayson earlier this month in her Springfield home. Grayson has been charged with murder. That's the latest. I'm Amber Payton on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 in my garage after I overpaid for new blinds. I researched the industry, hired my mom, and 14 years later, we're one of the largest retailers of custom blinds in the U.S. Don't pay too much for new blinds. Go to Blindster.com.
Follow the leader.
KBLA Talk 1580.
Follow the leader.
If you're not following KBLA Talk 1580 on all of our socials, then you're missing out. Download our app and find us us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcast of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Got your
Keep following the leader.
Oh my God. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
Helping to broaden your political and moral imagination with our 2024 climate justice campaign. We're KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey LA, be an eco-friendly hero. Join LADWP's Power Savers program and use your smart thermostat to help ease strain on the electric grid during peak electric demand. You'll save electricity while you lower your bill. Plus, as a power saver, you can get up to $185 in prepaid gift cards. Don't have a smart thermostat? No problem. Shop and sign up at ladwp.com/Power Savers program. That's ladwp.com/Power Savers program. To help combat climate change, LADWP is helping neighborhoods have better access to electric vehicles by awarding nearly $130 million in EV rebates to customers just like you. From big savings on used EVs to building new charging plazas, LADWP is charging ahead to help all Angelinos experience the benefits of EVs. Get rebates of up to $4,000 for a used EV and $1,750 for a charger. Learn more at ladwp.com/EV. That's ladwp.com/EV.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 believes in community empowerment. LA's 99 neighborhood councils form the grassroots level of the Los Angeles city government. The system was created to connect LA's diverse communities to City Hall. While neighborhood council board members are volunteers, they are also public officials elected to office by the members of their community. Neighborhood councils advocate on issues like homelessness, housing, land use, emergency preparedness, public safety, parks, transportation, and sustainability. They also provide local expertise on the delivery of city services to their various communities. Neighborhood councils are open to participation by anyone who is a part of the fabric of daily life in said community. This includes those who live, work, or own property or a business. If you are interested in stepping up to join your local neighborhood council, visit www.empowerla.org. That's empowerla.org. It's time to think globally, but act locally. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know where you want to go in life, and City National Bank can help. City National knows the dedication it takes to build your vision for the future into a reality, and our team is here for you. We have a wide range of options to help, from personal savings accounts to interest-bearing money market savings accounts and more, all designed to help you get where you want to go. City National, here for every stage of the journey. Learn more at cnb.com. City National Bank is a subsidiary of Royal Bank of Canada, member FDIC.
KBLA Talk 1580 invites you to join us for a book party celebrating The Covenant with Black America 20 years later. Almost 2 decades ago, the Covenant book, compiled and edited by Tavis Smiley, climbed to #1 on the New York Times bestsellers list and stayed there for weeks. The first book by a black-owned publisher to achieve such a feat. The urgency of the issues that matter most to black fellow citizens has only intensified, especially in this critical election year. On Wednesday evening, August 14th, 6 to 9 p.m., come meet Tavis Smiley alongside Covenant contributors including Cornel West, Connie Rice, Mark Ridley Thomas, Elisa Orduna, Tyrone Howard, and Melina Abdullah as they sign copies of The Covenant with Black America 20 years later. You can purchase your books on site and get them autographed. That's Wednesday evening, August 14th, 6 to 9 p.m. in the city of Los Angeles. Admission is free, but you must register at KBLA1580.com. At KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got your black. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
This life can make me so confused, but it's alright. Living day by day, I feel so used, that ain't right. I just wanna run and hide, but I don't have the time to cry, and it's alright. It's alright, alright. Many thoughts are running through my head, it's alright. Wishing to be somewhere else but here, and it's alright. I can't wait to see your face. I need a smile in your embrace, and I'm alright. I'm alright, yeah. Life can bring us through many changes, it's alright. Never give up. Know that it's gonna be alright. People come and they go,
Well, the reality is codependents are paradoxically strong and fragile. They have to do everything for everyone else and do nothing for, or do little for themselves. And I'll tell you something, it takes a strong person to kind of take care of everyone else's stuff while ignoring your own. But fragile, but the fragility is hidden. They have this salt of the earth profile. Everyone thinks they're great people, they're admired, they're loved, they're venerated, but yet they suffer. To understand the human magnet syndrome, you have to understand that there are unconscious elements at play. And I'll never forget the time where a therapist said to me, you know, Ross, the problem with you is you have a broken picker. You're always picking the wrong person. And I figured it out. It's not them, it's me. If there was something wrong with, of course my fingers actually don't do that, that's Photoshop. But but there was something wrong with me, because I can't solve the narcissist, but I can solve me. And if I'm always dancing with the wrong person and always choosing the wrong person, how can I solve the problem just by stopping it? I had to figure out
Pause it.
why.
Sorry. Hold on. So this is where the clinician misses the spirit, right? Y'all gonna see. You gonna see. They're starting to see it already. That was Ross Rosenberg, by the way. I've read his book. It's an amazing book, The Human Magnet Syndrome. It's an amazing book. This is where the term was coined, self-love deficient disorder, SLDD. Okay? So this is where they miss it. They still believe in that linear right and wrong, that binary, right and wrong person. There is no right or wrong person. Every person is right for your current level of consciousness. You get a divine reflection of your consciousness in your significant other at any given time. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's not a broken picker. No. The universe is fine-tuned. How can your picker be broke? I'm sorry. How can the picker be broken when everything on a subatomic level is, come on now, everything, subatomic and the micro and the macro, it's divinely fine-tuned, everything. So even certain studies, as they pushed into the studies of narcissism, you start to find out that the narcissist is attracted to the self-love deficient. They're mirroring each other. The self-love deficient, the codependent needs a type of supply too, just like the narcissist needs the validation supply. They're mirroring each other, right? Oh, well, then we get into attachment theory. We start to figure out, wait a minute. The avoidant types, two different types of avoidant. Some are called disorganized, others are called fearful avoidant. Other ones are called dismissive or ambivalent avoidant. Again, they're attracted to the anxious preoccupied. So the attachment styles are mirroring each other and attracted to each other. This is what the great Krishnamurti meant in the 1900s when he said relationship operates as a mirror. You got people running around, ain't did no research on any of this stuff, just parroting that, but they don't understand. And then when the neuroscientists, the neurosurgeons figured out, oh, there are mirror neurons. So if we got a fearful avoidant or dismissive avoidant or anxious preoccupied parent holding a child and that parent is in distress, the baby will mirror their facial expressions. Oh, mirror neuron. Come on, man. Do you understand? All of this stuff is connected. So there are no, this is I picked the wrong person. No, you picked the right lesson today. You gonna learn today. That's what a relationship is. A relationship is you gonna learn today. Now, you might get what you want, in the interim, in the short term, but boy, when that relationship's level of intimacy or lack thereof reaches the surface of a buried wound, you're going to get triggered. And when you get triggered, it matters how you respond or react. And in the response, there is growth. In the reaction, there's the lesson. Do y'all want this info? Okay, I'm here for all the smoke. Who want to smoke this evening? Let me get Larry back in here. Leroy Inglewood, get back in here and finish cooking with me, brother.
All right, man. You went to the other side of this thing, and I ain't mad at you because you righteous. But if you have been raised, reared, punished, and rewarded in a social, cultural, environmental reality, where the populace have been purposefully and intentionally bred, programmed, and conditioned to hate themselves love those who put the crabs in the barrel.
Come on.
How do we expect to have healthy relationships without space for grace for one another and with an abundance of self-work beginning with our mirrors?
Man, keep cooking.
Can I quote Frances Cress Welsing when she asked the question, what would the world be like? What would our communities be like if we taught our children about racism from an early age? Queen Afua asked the question, what would our homes and our communities be like if we taught our children about holistic health and wellness? Joy DeGruy Leary asked the question, what would our communities, our families, our home life, our relationships be like if we taught our children post-traumatic slave syndrome? I have a dream today. I actually had it yesterday, a few years ago, that 999 million black women across the globe woke up loving their divine black selves, looking in the mirror and knowing that they were enough. Imagine how much different the world would look when people are no longer self-love deficient. Right. Thank you for the term.
Man, guess what you just did, Leroy?
I think I just did my famous bringing of Inglewood into the building, trying to copy off Zoe.
The city of champions is in the building. That's how LA's supposed to show up, man. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580 when we come forward. More from the VOR.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Tips to help improve basic steps for building a budget in 2024. Building a budget can help you achieve and reach your financial goals. With a budget, you can keep track of your spending, avoid and get out of debt, limit overspending, pay bills on time, and build solid savings habits. What's the best way to get started? Figure out how much to set aside for expenses, like rent, mortgage, bills, groceries, and entertainment. Understanding your past financial habits can help you make the proper adjustments for your budget. Adjusting to a budget can take time as you work to find the right balance, but keep working on it. For more financial health tips, visit chase.com or stop by a local branch. This segment is sponsored by J.P. Morgan Chase & Company.
Looks like Bobby needs a ride again.
Grab the keys.
Let's take our auntie to the swap meet.
Grab the keys.
Whether you're giving rides or hauling gear, do it all in a Chevy SUV. Head to your local Chevy dealer, where well-qualified buyers get 1.9% APR on all 2024 Silverado 1500, Blazer EV, Equinox, Trailblazer, and Colorado models. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
1.9% APR for 36 months. Monthly payment is $28.60 for every $1,000 you finance. Example down payment 17.0%. Must finance with GM Financial. Some customers may not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 7/31/24.
We ask seniors how to prevent Medicare scams.
My best advice, if you get a phone call, do not talk to the person. These people are well trained. Don't talk to them.
They don't know me. They're just trying to scam me.
Don't be fooled. Hang up. Just hang up.
Never give out your Medicare number.
They're going to get your number to put in a false claim.
If I get a call from someone, I don't pick up the phone. And should I pick up the phone and they ask for information, then I hang up.
How do you detect Medicare fraud?
Just like I check my credit card statements, I check my Medicare statements monthly.
Scammers can get a hold of your number, order medical devices through your account, and you're not even going to know about it if you don't look at your statement.
Check your statement every month.
If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it.
Call your Senior Medicare Patrol.
To report Medicare fraud, call the Senior Medicare Patrol at 855-613-7080.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Dr. Orion Taraban, and this is Psych Hacks, Better Living Through Psychology. And the topic of today's short talk is the secret to a successful relationship. This is something that I learned about 15 years ago. The secret that I'm about to reveal was actually sparked by a conversation I had with a mentor of mine, and I'd like to begin this episode by sharing that anecdote with you. So here I was in my mid-20s, and I was complaining to this mentor of mine about the apparent lack of satisfactory women in the dating market. Basically, I was looking for a partner, and I was having trouble finding women who could meet me at my level, or at the very least, who could engage me in the sort of things in which I was authentically interested. And after all, wasn't that the point of a relationship? I remember telling this man that I wanted a woman who I could talk to about quantum mechanics, and who read Shakespearean literature, and who enjoyed wilderness backpacking, and who was interested in enlightenment and spiritual discipline. I mean, these were the things that I liked, so why should I settle for anything less? Unfortunately, I found that it was very rare to find a woman I was attracted to who was interested in even one of these things, let alone several of them. And after allowing me to vent my spleen for a while, this mentor looked at me, and I'll never forget what he said. He said, "Orion, why the fuck would you want to talk to a woman about quantum mechanics?"
My God. What is going? I'm going to tell you why I will want to talk to somebody about quantum mechanics. Because I love it. I wrote a book, Turn Quantum Mechanics into Relationships. I love quantum mechanics. It's something I am deeply interested in. Right? Something I'm deeply interested in. I would love to have a woman sit down and be like, Werner Heisenberg's theory, the uncertainty principle, permeates our relationships. I would love that. I'd be like, how so? In what way? Well, do you know that, when they're measuring an electron and they're measuring for momentum, that they can't really measure for location? Oh, really? How you know? Yeah, I would love that. No, I'm not going to get that. But I will get what happened on The Housewives of Tijuana. And I'm not saying that that's all women, because I know there are some brilliant women out there. So there are women out there who love quantum mechanics. I just haven't met her. It's cool. We got callers, man. This self-love deficient topic is a real deal, because people from all over the country are calling in and they want to talk about it. Ben Frank, Detroit, Michigan. It's your time to shine.
Peace, brother.
What are your thoughts, man? Yeah, what are your thoughts?
On self-love?
Self-love deficient, codependent. Are you overvaluing your partner because you lack self-love? Have you ever did that before?
Yeah, I mean, I've been through the
that's
emotional
I need you to
ringers and stuff.
What'd you do?
Yes,
what
sir.
happened?
I mean, dealing with self, you digging for jewels, you're trying to find your true identity, and your righteous helpmeet, or your, as they call it, your better half, or your the side that's gonna ride with you on whatever. So you're looking for the ultimate queen. Most people are, some people going sub-base, but most people looking for the ultimate queen. So you got to find the ultimate king within yourself.
There we go. Because I was about to say, some men are looking for they mama in they woman.
Right.
So when
you say, route.
You see what I'm saying? So when you say I'm looking for the ultimate queen, for many brothers, they want somebody to come in and baby them and nurture them and do what mama did. Now, I'm not saying a sister should not nurture her man. What I'm saying is a man should not seek to recreate the dynamic between himself and his woman that was created between himself and his mama. It's like he has some unresolved mother wounds that have to be dealt with in order to come into a relationship to be present in his masculinity. Your thoughts?
Oh, I see that, definitely. That's somebody that has to deal with, everybody's situation is different. But, dealing with really usually the root is having no male factor really, really around. I mean, you're going to go into, thinking and trying to find another mama, I guess. I don't know.
That's interesting.
But I mean, not all people though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's interesting.
I love my mama to death. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not trying to date my mama. Anybody that acts like my mama, you know what I'm saying? Like to the T. I can cook my own food. I can do what I need to do. I can take care. But the nurturing part definitely, that's what Mother Earth is supposed to do. She's supposed to nurture. It's all, from baby to man. So, I mean, that's forever going to be inherent in the woman. Mm-hmm. And that's a given. But, yeah, it's still a role for a male to play, as far as, like, just not leading somebody into the inferno.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I get it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, guess what you just did, brother? I love this call. Guess what you just did?
What up, though?
You just brought Detroit in the building. He said, what up,
Yeah.
dog? Come on.
Yes, sir.
If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me, 1-800-920-1580. We on fire. I love it. I'm going to go through these callers. We got New York on the line. Gina, that's my mama bird. What happened to my mama bird, Gina? No.
How you doing? How you doing, though?
We good. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
A lot. I think I'm sorry, sir.
Mm-hmm.
There's always think the relationship and it's complicated. You think it's a good relationship at the beginning for a long time, and then it fizzles out.
Wait. This is what we got to do, because I think you got us on like speakerphone or Bluetooth. This is what we're going to do.
Okay, I'm sorry, though.
There we go, because I want to be able to hear you clearly.
I'm sorry, though.
All right, there we go. Now, what were you saying?
I was saying, when you're in a relationship, you care for the person and you love them, you think it's the right one, it lasts for a long time and then it fizzles out.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, okay, either I did something or the person don't care about me no more. And you're hoping, and I'm not desperate, I just want a person in my life. That's not the value of me. And I'm so complicated.
Well, listen, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to let you get your thoughts together. Stay on the line. When we come forward, we're going to come back to you. But let me just say a couple of things, because I think a lot of people are still confused about this particular term, SLDD. We played a clip of Ross Rosenberg. He is the guy who coined this term, right? And basically he coined it because he felt like the term codependency was not adequate for what those people who were labeled codependent go through and experience. People find themselves chronically in unhealthy and unbalanced relationships where they give most of the love, respect, and care only to receive nothing in return. Despite the pain, they stay in this unhappy and toxic dance because they are afraid of feeling the intense shame of pathological loneliness that will arise if the person that they love leaves. And, you know, a lot of people, I would say, are suffering in silence. This is why he came up with the term self-love deficient disorder. When we come forward, the voice of reason is going to go back to the phone lines and discuss this in depth. Have you overvalued your partner while simultaneously undervaluing yourself? Does absence of these core qualities that we talked about cause you to overvalue? When we come forward, we'll get into it.
Me wondering, will you be there? We'll be there. You'll be there in the morning. I need you right here with me to love me, to love me, love me, love me. In the morning, baby.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. President Biden will reportedly give a primetime address to kick off the Democratic National Convention. Reports say the president's speech will focus